Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right, out here in the lab, in the wee hours of the morning, where I do what I do for you. Today I got a nice lesson for you, something that may help you along the way, but that's what I do for you. Let's go. Excuse me. Right, there's been 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message and story for life. I give life lessons as they go. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. Got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on all the time on my grind. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline employed daily will help and guide you to your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, to get right thinkers to know themselves. That's why I do what I do daily for you. Let's go. The question, do you know you? Well, most of us believe or think we do, but these are questions that you had to ask yourself to find out which one is you. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Is that you? A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I teach them. Is that you? If so, that's why I do what I do, to help you, enlighten you. Thank you. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Is that you? A person who knows, but knows not that they know. That means you're spiritually asleep. It's okay. I'm not spiritual alarm clock. I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Is that you? Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Remember, honesty with yourself, aka your higher self, God, is imperative that you have an understanding. Right thinkers, let's talk about, in order for you to do anything, you have to make a change. So let's talk about, when you change the way you think, you change your life. Well, ignorance begets ignorant. Think, listen, and maybe learn something. I just told my student, if both of us are talking, neither one of us is listening. If I'm talking and you start talking, it's obvious you're not listening to me. And if I do it to you, they go both ways. Conversation should be one talk, one listen. When one finishes talking, the other one start talking, and the other one listen. Both of us at the same time, that's not a conversation. It's very disrespectful, and I don't appreciate that. So that's just one little quick lesson. But let's talk about when you change the way you think. And if you think what you're doing ain't wrong, you ain't gonna change your life. Why? You can be the same person. It's all predicated on you realizing and then doing something about it. I always say problems. Half of the problem solving is realizing it's a problem. So if you have a problem and you realize it, you got the problem halfway solved. Now you got to put in solution into effect. But if you don't realize you have a problem, you ain't even close. So a little tidbit. Let's go. Change, got to understand, is a normal phase of life. We are born to what? Change mentally, spiritually, and okay, again, remember, physically. We come out little bitty things. We grow. We come out with little understanding, and it grows. Okay, we come out with nothing up here, and then we stretch it and grow it. So change is normal. Change is what? Learning how to function in your immediate environment. They tell you in the first 7 years of a person's life, all they do is adjust to the environment, take in and let everything go and understand. The first 7 years, all we do is what? Learn. Learning means observing. observing, listening, using your senses, seeing, smelling, hearing, touching, and tasting. Those are things that you survive on. So in the first 7 years of life, that's what you're doing. Certain foods you're gonna like or not like, certain things you're gonna like or not like, and that's your decision. Again, you have free will. Once you get old enough to exercise what you know to be, then it's on you. That's what we have parents for. That's what we have the education system for, to give you the breakdown on the change of phase of life. So that's all. Change is where what? We become conscious of your who? Higher self. Most of us go through life and we hear about God, they hear stories about God, and we believe in God. But we don't teach them how to know God, how to appease and be obedient to God. We just give a bunch of fairy tale stories and they're supposed to just go with that. But through righteous living and daily practice and giving them the truth and showing it to them by you living it, hmm they practice what they see. Okay, monkey see, monkey do. We ain't monkey, but that's the monkey brain. That's you got a monkey brain. Your brain will mimic what it see. That's what we do. That's called learning. And if you learn the wrong things, you're gonna do the wrong thing. When you learn the right thing, then you'll have a decision, a choice to make to do what you know is right, and you claim ignorance. Well, I didn't know. That don't stop it from being wrong when you do it. So understand that, please. In life, these are the things that you need to have together for yourself. Society don't help you with that. Change is when you want everyone to experience that awakening, aka Nihas, or the mystical experience, anointed, horoscope, Christ, or whatever you want to call it. But I want all my right thinkers to have that. That's my personal goal. And that's changing from me wanting to sell a whole bunch of drugs and make a bunch of money, to live with a bunch of women and wear a bunch of fancy clothes, nice big car. Yeah, yeah. And we still perpetrating that same nonsensical dream. Change the dynamic, change the way you think. I was thinking wrong and I lived out the what I did and it was all wrong. So I'm trying to show now, change the way you think and change your life. It's okay to be good. I thought being good was corny. That's a lesson, but yeah, that was again ignorance. All right. Change is when you can affirm, I know thyself. I have reached self mastery through what? Hard work, spiritual, not acquiring spiritual knowledge, living by that knowledge, and proving that it works for myself. So now I know without a doubt who I am. And I want others to do the same thing. That's why I do what I do for you. Let's go. You are, and they already know what you, or who you think you are. So if that's the deal, start teaching our young to what? Think unlimited. Grown folks too, think unlimited. I don't care. Think unlimited. Why? Because we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And the power of the mind can get you anywhere and anything you want in this life. Called manifestation. Okay? Your mind can be fooled and tricked by what? Thinking you already have what you really want. So when you go into prayer, they tell you, well, pray as if you already have it. That don't make much sense, but that's the concept to trick the mind into believing that's what it's going to do. I understand the concept. Don't use it. Don't subscribe to it. But I understand it. When people doing things that ain't your liking, that don't make it right or wrong. It just ain't to your liking. So understand that when I'm doing what I do, it may not be to your liking. That don't make me right or wrong. So it might not be your thing. I understand that. A lot of stuff that ain't my thing. So understand that. Watch this. That's the religious concept. You pray and you believe you have it, and it will be yours. Hmm. Okay. Right thing can say you put the work in, you work hard to achieve what it is you believe you want, and that's how you get it. I don't know the other way. I just know. I understand it. I use this one. I work hard to manifest what I can do with thought and understanding, logic and reasoning. I don't do the belief thing. And I'm a prayer warrior. That doesn't mean I believe. I understand. I know God. So when I talk to Him, I talk personally. Okay, let's go. When I was young, I thought I was the best drug dealer. And for a while, a few years, I was. But we know all bad things, all wrong things has an expiration date. And it comes with a consequence. Please understand it, and we can teach our young the consequences of their actions. Some of that stuff will be curtailed. Why? Because they know what's going to happen. My kids know you getting your butt whooped. My grandkids know pop whoop. Yeah, I ain't got a whole bunch of words. I'm gonna put it in action. You gonna do what I tell you to do, or else. Simple as that. I don't play them games, so we getting really lax with that parenting. Well, man, whoop that. Uh, Calm down. I'm old school, so yeah, gotta bear with me on that one. I can't think of not taking care of mine. I'm watching the world. No, you can't even use that phrase no more. So I'm moving on. All right, but that's my concept. I'm controlling this. When you want away from me, you become grown and you can do what you need to do. And guess what? I thought I was a good father to my children. And at the time, I thought I was doing the best by them. And after seeing them grow up and live their life, I know now that I did a good job there. Mhm. No bragging. I think I'm the best self at this point. I'm thinking I'm my best self at this point in my life. And every day I get to prove myself right by doing what I do for you. Okay? That excites me. My life changed. And understand this. We're gonna have to change. After 3 years of sitting in prison and realizing that wasn't the way to go. So that's when my life changed. 1984. It's been a long time. It's been a long, no, 1984 is when I came out of prison. But from 81, from 80 to 84, life was not good for me. I lived every day, I do that, but it wasn't good at all. So understand that. Change had to happen, or else it was going to continue to not be good for me. Yeah, I was a good drug dealer, and I thought I was. Yeah, I did that when I went down here. Okay, where are we at? Okay. Change. Okay. Change starts in the heart. Okay. And after 3 years of realizing I want to change, I got a chance to put it in effect. That's in 1984. I haven't looked back since. Okay. Started UPS. The rest is, as I know, you tell you history. Change starts in the heart. If your heart isn't in it, if your heart isn't in on the mind decisions, there will be no change. You're going to think you change. You're going to probably believe you change. But if the heart ain't in it, you got nothing spinning your wheels. Okay, you're buffering. You ain't doing nothing. You're trying to figure something out. So get out of the buffer state and make a decision based on what's best for you. That's change what you used to do. Start. Many people, watch this, think change, want change mentally. That's just thinking. That's just your mind playing games with you. Again, you can trick the mind. The mind can trick you back. Okay? So understand that. But it's not heartfelt if it's just mindful. Mind and heart coherence, they got to work together as one. All my decisions making is made between my heart and my mind, not just one or the other. They work together. AKA yin and the yang. One ain't good like the other. Okay? Opposites. We started that with my everybody understands the yin and the yang concept. So I use it. All right, here you go. The mind by itself will make mistakes. Trial and error. It don't know. It just going to assume. And if you believe and if you ain't sure, you're going to make mistakes. That's the heart's job to what? Educate the mind. Why? Because that's where God dwells and he makes no mistakes. Your gut never wrong. Your intuition never wrong. But your own understanding always wrong. You get the concept, lean not onto thy own understanding. So everything that they teaching you, I get it, I understand, but I know where it come from. I'm an origin man. I know where all this sayings come from. But knowing where they come from, okay, and even knowing them, if you ain't living them, you can't talk about them, but you can't, spout on them. Why? Because you ain't living it. The heart, mind coherence. Understand this. AKA harmony, function as one together is that will make change happen. That's where it happens. That's what makes it happen. They come together. When the heart married the mind, this beautiful marriage, the honeymoon should go on for the rest of your life. It's a match made in heaven, so to speak. Let me wrap this up. Let me get the one rest of time. All right, let me get there. Yes. Now, if you're serious about changing your life, Just change the way you think. Why? That's what I did. We say what we think. That's mine. When we feel the need and desires to change, that's the heart. Put them together. Now you got something working. One like the other. Okay. Yin with no yang don't work. You can't serve two masters. There you go. But you got to have two opposites working together. That's how they become one, and you serve that, the outcome. The heart, the mind have to function as one. Without the other, they don't work. One having a good heart, them people, but they suffer the most. Why? Because they ain't too smart, and they let people use them because they just give, they love, they give, and they get hurt, and they get hurt, and they still give. Sound like insanity to me. Okay, moving on. The heart mind, two opposites that have what? To work as one to get maximum use or effect out of you being your best self. That's when you know yourself. That's the goal of right thinking. Your mind without your heart is just thinking, wishing, and desiring change. And you can play the mind game. It's like chasing the dragon. That first hit from that pipe, that first high you get, your first time getting high, once you get that, you ain't never gonna see that again. Why? Now you're just chasing something that you're never gonna obtain. AKA, we call it, the title's called Chasing the Dragon. Most addicts is chasing the dragon. Most people addicted to whatever, they chase the dragon. They want that experience back. They want that euphoria. They want that feeling. They wisdom and knowledge lets you know that that's not happening. That's all. That's changing the way you think. I just like to get high. I like to get high. Why? I just like getting high. Now I meditate and I spend time conceiving concepts and views that I can help and teach others. Don't need to be high to do that. I'm on a spiritual high. I've been high for the last 10 years. The heart, mind, oh, you go, okay, the mind, okay, you go right here. Your heart without the mind, okay, there you go. Your heart without the mind, the honeymoon effect. The heart it's just love. It's just they just in that state of mind. But in order for the marriage to work, you have to have the mind and the heart come together, consummate the marriage, so to speak. That's knowing thyself. Oh yeah, I like that concept. Hope you got it. Let's go. I'm about to wrap it up. Last one. Become a right thinker. There you go. That's now you in my neighborhood. I can help you with that and change the way you think. And I guarantee you, your life will change. That's right thinker's philosophy. That's my goal. That's my purpose is to change the way you think so you can change your life. Let's go. I'm done. When you're leading with all heart, love, you will get hurt because you won't get the love in return, and that hurts. To give and not receive, okay, but don't just think that stop giving to the greedy. Only supply the needy. That takes thought. That's where the thinking comes in. That's where the mind comes in. Love, watch this, it's blind. It don't see nothing. Love has no knowledge. It don't know nothing. No mind, no help. Love by itself will always fail. Thinking is a mind mental game. No love, no emotions, no feelings. But when you marry the heart and the mind, now it has everything it needs to make the best decisions for you, the individual. Men need women to what? Reproduce the life. The heart needs the mind to what? To manifest and produce intellect, rational logic, and bliss and peace and happiness within yourself. Last one, right thinking philosophy gives you spiritual, like Red Bull gives you wings. Right thinking philosophy gives you spiritual knowledge, aka enlightening you to what? Yourself. And that way you can change yourself with knowledge of self. That's what I bring to you. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Oh, I got more. I'll be back.